Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Portage College. As our graduates begin lining up for the processional, I'd like to take a moment and just have a little chat so that we could go over a few friendly reminders before the formalities begin today. So as our graduates make their way into the gym, I'd like to ask you to please help us by keeping the aisles, walkways, and the graduate seating clear. A simple rule of thumb is this: if you're standing on the carpet, you probably shouldn't be. Think of it as making sure that a runway is clear before a plane takes off. Our graduates are ready for their departure into the next chapter of their lives, and we'd like to ensure that the path is smooth to the stage without having any obstacles to kind of skirt around. And now, speaking of places, standing in places that you probably shouldn't be, let's talk about photos. So we know that today is filled with proud family moments and encourage you to capture the photos. And we'd really like it if you tagged us on Portage College when you were putting your photos on social media. However, when the time comes for that perfect shot, please be mindful of those around you and avoid blocking the view of other guests. We want to make sure that everyone leaves with great pictures and not 47 photos of the back of someone's head. And while we're talking about phones and taking all those pictures, let's do one final check. So if you could take your phone, grab it, and turn it to silent just to make sure. This is always the time that I usually get a text or two. So we'll put it on silent, and we're good. Trust me, your nerves will thank you. It's always a little stressful, a little bit awkward to find the silent button in a panic. When your phone suddenly starts blasting Baby Shark, the Chicken Dance, or the Star Wars theme, while they're all excellent ringtones, they're probably not suitable for the middle of a graduation ceremony. So with all that said, I think we're set for a wonderful ceremony today. Thank you for your understanding, your cooperation, and for helping make this a memorable day for our graduates. With that, we will begin our procession in about 5 minutes. Enjoy the ceremony. If you could please join me in standing during the processional as we welcome our graduates. Please be seated. Convocates, elders, family, friends, and honored guests, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this morning's ceremony as we gather to celebrate the success of the class of 2026. As we begin, I would like to acknowledge that today we are gathering and broadcasting from Treaty 6 territory. We acknowledge that the Portage College Service Region is located on the traditional lands of the First Nations people, the signatories and stewards of Treaties 6, 8, and 10, and the homelands of the Métis people. We honor the history, cultures, language, and contributions of the First Peoples who have lived and gathered and cared for these lands since time immemorial. Our college's roots are connected to the strength and the leadership of Indigenous peoples who, through the 1970 peaceful sit-in at Alberta New Start, asserted their right to education and helped shape what Piitapan, or more commonly known today, Portage College is. Their courage, their determination, and vision created opportunities that have transformed countless lives and communities across our region. Do you think in their vision that they would have ever imagined that over 1,200 students would be graduating this year? It's truly inspiring to be part of the legacy they began and to witness the impact of their actions continuing through each graduate who crosses the stage today. My name is Carrie Frohler. I'm the Vice President of People and Culture, and I'm very honored to serve as your MC this morning. Welcome to Convocation 2026. Today, we proudly come together both in person and virtually from across our 7 campuses and from homes throughout the region and beyond to celebrate the accomplishments and the achievements of our graduates. We are pleased to have many graduates and their families joining us online today. Let's give them a warm round of applause so they can share in the wonderful atmosphere and celebration. Please join me in thanking our piper, Amy Jansen, and singers and drummer, Joshua White, Tristan Cardinal, and Bear Walker Day Chief for providing such a meaningful and inspiring entrance by sharing your gifts through piping, singing, and drumming. Portage College faculty member Amy Berland will now lead us in the singing of O Canada, followed by Pastor Emmanuel Chueli, who will offer an opening prayer. If you choose to stand for the singing of O Canada, please remain standing for the opening prayer.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, we bow our heads before you with hearts full of gratitude. Gratitude, realizing that all good and perfect gifts come from you, that the ability to learn comes from you. We thank you for the graduates, the students that have worked so hard, and what this day means to them. We pray, Lord, that they will be able to be encouraged and feel appreciated, that their work and hard work has finally paid off. May this day be so meaningful. We also remember their families who've sacrificed so much, who've prayed for them, who've given so much of their time and resources to make sure this day comes to pass. We pray your blessing on them. We thank you for the staff and faculty that have helped these students and pour their lives into them to shape their minds and hearts. We ask that you bless them as well. Now I pray a blessing on this ceremony. We ask in your name. Amen.
I think you guys must have been talking to the group from yesterday's convocation because I just left them standing. So good for you for sitting on your own. Thank you, Pastor Chiwelli, for your inspiring prayer, and thank you, Amy, for your beautiful rendition of O Canada. Your contributions have helped create a meaningful and memorable start to today's celebrations. It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party and our leadership team this morning. We have attending his second day of his very first convocation at Portage College, our President and CEO, Dr. Steve Price. Our College Board of Governors Board Chair, Mr. Randy Benson. Our Honorary Convocate, Ms. Tracy Thompson. The Governor General Award recipient, Emily Lee. Vice President of College and Student Services, Ms. Bev McGraby. Our Acting Vice President, Academic and Research, Mr. Donald Moore. We have our Deans, Ms. Stephanie Solars, Ms. Robin Tizard, Mr. John Mello, and Dr. Shun Lee. We have our Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Cynthia Quintel, our Registrar, Ms. Jody Pizarski, and in our audience, our Director of Human Resources and Compliance, Mr. Andre Dallaire, and our Director of Student Services, Curtis Cadieux. The college is very fortunate to have a dedicated group of volunteers that help make up our Board of Governors. In addition to our Board Chair, Mr. Randy Benson, they are First Deputy Chair, Brian Riddick, Second Deputy Chair, Mr. Ron Young, Ms. Elisa Brosseau, Ms. Molly Fighton, Mr. Travis Henson, Mr. John Irwin, Ms. Heather Lett, Mr. Kevin Perry, Ms. Laura Paperny, Ms. Linda Stahlstrom, Ms. Vicki Schaefer, and Ms. Lori Thompson. Please give them a round of applause for their dedication to Portage. And now it's my pleasure to invite our chair of our Board of Governors, Mr. Randy Benson, for best wishes on behalf of the board.
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the Board of Governors of the Portage College, it's my honor to be with you today as we celebrate this remarkable milestone. As board members, our role in your journey is often behind the scenes, but it's deeply connected to moments like this one. I often call this payday, because this is where it all comes to happen. The Board of Governors exists to serve the public good. We are entrusted with stewarding Portage College on behalf of the communities it serves, ensuring the institution remains strong, responsive, and focused on learner success, today and for generations to come. We set direction, uphold accountability, and champion the long-term vision of education-fueled pathways. But governance is just not about policies and plans, and at its heart, the board's work is about belief. We believe fundamentally in the power of education to transform lives. We believe in the potential of rural communities, and most importantly, we believe in learners like you. Those beliefs are reflected in the choices we make to support innovation, to strengthen partnerships, and to ensure Portage College remains agile, community-driven, and relentlessly student-focused. But today, graduates, today is about you. Today, your pathway reaches an important milestone, but it doesn't end here. You leave this place equipped not only with technical skills, but with confidence, adaptability, and a deeper understanding of your own capabilities. You carry forward the values of collaboration, responsiveness, and the extra mile spirit that defines this institution, and I might add, that got you here today. As you move into the next chapter, whether that takes you into your career, into continued learning, or back into your communities, know this: you remain part of the Portage College story. Your success strengthens the regions we serve and reminds us why this work matters. On behalf of the Board of Governors, thank you for choosing Portage College. Thank you for trusting us with a part of your journey. And thank you for the impact you will undoubtedly make upon the world. I have no doubt about that. Congratulations, class of 2006. We're proud of you, and we can't wait to see where your path leads you next. All the best.
Thank you, Randy. I'll now invite our President and CEO, Dr. Steve Price, to the podium to offer his congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2026. And in addition, Dr. Price will share a few reflections on our honorary convocate's accomplishments and the impact she has made on Portage College.
Thanks, Carrie. Good morning, everyone. To our graduates, to your family, your friends, to the faculty, to the staff of the college, to elders, community members, members of our board, and distinguished guests, welcome. Today is a day of celebration. It is a day that marks years of hard work, sacrifice, perseverance, determination. For every graduate crossing the stage today, whether here in person or joining us remotely, there's a story behind your accomplishments. Each story contains chapters of effort, realization, struggle, and success. There were learning curves to climb, deadlines to meet, lessons to learn, and new experiences to embrace. There were family responsibilities balanced alongside studies, moments of self-doubt, assignments completed late at night. Anybody? Exams that you had to prepare for after a long day of work. And of course, there were moments when continuing seemed easier than stopping. And yet, here you are, smiling for the most part. Well, congratulations. This is the beginning of another chapter of your story. Now, before we go any further, I would like us together, you and I, to recognize the people who have helped make this moment possible. Your parents, your spouses, your partners, your children, your grandparents and grandchildren, your family members, friends, instructors, your mentors and supporters. Graduates, would you please join me in showing gratitude to everyone that's walked along with you on this journey. As president of Portage College, I get the honor of giving an address. I've spent a good deal of time thinking about what would I like to say today. There are many different directions that a convocation speech could take. I could talk about leadership, I could talk about success. I could talk about careers and opportunities or the future. Instead, I want to tell you a story. Many years ago, after my convocation, when I was a brand new high school teacher, I thought my job was teaching. That probably sounds obvious. I spent my mornings preparing my lessons. I spent lunch hour preparing my lessons. I spent most evenings preparing my lessons. I was determined to be a great teacher. One day, while I was sitting at my desk preparing for an upcoming class, a student came into my classroom. She often arrived early and she would chat with me while I worked. As she spoke, I nodded. Uh-huh. Really? That's interesting. I was using all of the techniques that teachers, managers, pretty much every adult has acquired over the years, the appearance of listening. I may have been hearing, but the problem was I actually was not listening. I was thinking about my lesson plan. After a few minutes, she stopped, looked at me and said, "You aren't listening to me, are you?" Well, that got my attention. The truth was that she was absolutely right. I had not focused on a word that she had said for several minutes. I remember feeling embarrassed, and if I'm being completely honest, I'm quite certain that my first reaction was denial. Oh, of course I was listening. If I had said that, I would have been lying. I wasn't listening. I was barely hearing her. What I remember most, though, was what happened afterwards, as I reflected on that moment. I believed that my most important responsibility was teaching, but that student helped me to realize something. Before I could teach students, I needed to get to know them. Before I could help, I needed to understand them. Before I could make a difference in their lives, I needed to be present in their lives. I needed to listen. That lesson has stayed with me ever since. Now, I'd love to stand here today and tell you that I mastered that lesson years ago and have not faltered since. Unfortunately, my wife Susan or my 3 sons would tell you they have evidence to the contrary. Every once in a while, I still hear a version of, "Are you even listening?" If I'm honest, the answer is not always yes. Like many of us, I'm still learning. But I am trying harder. I'm trying to be fully present, to listen more carefully, to pay attention to the people that are in front of me. And that lesson feels more important today than it did when I was a young teacher, because the distractions that you face are everywhere. Social media, streaming services, breaking news alerts, emails, text messages, artificial intelligence. There's an endless stream of information competing for our attention at every moment of every day. Class of 2026 graduates, you are entering a world filled with extraordinary opportunity and extraordinary complexity. You have watched economies shift and industries change. You have seen wars and conflicts unfold around the world. You have witnessed the rapid emergence of artificial intelligence and technologies that are transforming how we work, how we learn, communicate, create, and relate to others. Technology is going to continue to advance. Artificial intelligence will continue to evolve. The tools available to humanity will become more powerful than ever before. I believe something important. The more that technology advances, the more important it becomes that we remain deeply human. The world does not simply need people who can process information. The world needs people who can listen, people who can care, people who can build trust, and people who can strengthen relationships. We need to bring communities together, and we need to be human beings that look at another and say, "I am here. I am listening. How can I help?" During my first year at Portage College, I've had the privilege of meeting some of you. I've also met with employees and elders, community leaders, members of municipal councils and leadership of nations and settlements, and many residents from across the Portage region. These conversations have reinforced something that I have believed for a long time. Strong communities are built by people who show up for one another. I saw that on the day before my role officially began. Back on September 30th, 2025, the Wanska Cultural Space was filled with employees and students, elders and community members, all gathered to mark the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. In that space, people listened, people learned, people shared stories, people joined hands, and we walked together to the Bold Center. For me, it was a powerful reminder that community is not something that we inherit. Community is something that we build. And we build it together. Not because we have to, because we choose to. Several years ago, I was gifted a Blackfoot name by Elder McSeacum, Clarence Wolfleg Sr. The name is Abisabi. More recently, I was honored to receive a Cree version of the same name from Elder Ben Steinauer. That name is Onitoato. Both names carry the same meaning, scout. Elder McSeacum, when giving me the Blackfoot name, told me, "Steve, a scout pays attention. A scout notices things that others might otherwise miss. A scout looks ahead. A scout helps to guide others." Over time, I've come to appreciate that being a scout is not about leading from the front. It's about paying attention. It is about seeing people. It is about noticing when someone is struggling, recognizing opportunities that others might overlook. It is not about understanding what is happening around you. It's being able to help others to find their way. When I think back to that first classroom, I realize seeing people does not always come naturally. It is a choice that you can make every day. Today I look out and I do not simply see graduates. I see people who will make a difference. Some of you will teach children. Some of you will care for patients. Some of you will respond when a colleague is facing the worst day of their life. Some of you will build homes, businesses, organizations. You will all build communities. Some of you will create opportunities that don't yet exist. Your careers will be different, but your journeys will be remarkably similar. People will look to you. People will depend on you. People will need you. Your education has prepared you with knowledge, skills, and expertise, but your greatest impact will not come from what you know. It will come from how you use what you know. Success will not be measured by a title or a salary or the letters after your name. It will be measured by the difference that you make in the lives of others. And that difference begins with something surprisingly simple: being present, listening, paying attention, seeing people. So today, as you leave Portage College and begin the next chapter of your journey, I have a simple challenge for you. Listen carefully, notice people, and make time for relationships. Strengthen your communities. Choose humanity and use your education in the service of others. And when you encounter someone who needs support, encouragement, or compassion, be the person who steps forward. The world needs more of these people. Graduates, we are so proud of you. Thank you for choosing Portage College. We wish you the best as your story continues. Congratulations, class of 2026. Your community needs you. Be present and go make a difference. Earlier in today's ceremony, Carrie had the honor of introducing our honorary convocate, Tracy Thompson. I want to say a few words of reflection on Tracy's extraordinary accomplishments and the lasting impact she has made on her profession and in northeastern Alberta. Making sure she's ready. For more than 2 decades, Tracy has been a dedicated community liaison in Alberta's natural resource sector, building strong relationships between industry and the communities that industry serves. Through her career with companies including Devon, Canadian National, Meg Energy, and ConocoPhillips, she has worked tirelessly to support community growth and development across northeastern Alberta. She's always bringing a personal touch to the people and the organizations she has served. Tracy has been a long-standing friend and supporter of Portage College, championing education, student success, and community partnerships. Through her efforts, she has helped create scholarship opportunities, secure corporate support, and strengthen the connections between industry and education. Her commitment to building stronger communities and creating opportunities for future generations has made a lasting impact on our region and makes her a very deserving recipient of the honor today. Would you please join me in giving a round of applause in recognition of Tracy? We're now going to provide Tracy with a hood and a parchment as part of her honorary degree.
Wasn't gonna cry. I feel so honored for this. When I first found out that I was receiving this, my first thought was, did they run out of people to nominate? Thank you, Carrie. But then I looked back over the number of years that I've been coming here and working with the college. My first ever trip to Lac La Biche was for a Portage College golf tournament. The first person I met was the president at that time, Bill Pursley. Everybody else that I met who worked for the college, they were so kind and welcoming, and I knew that this was a good place to build partnerships with. So over the years, I've been fortunate enough to work with a number of the staff. As was mentioned, scholarships, bursaries, sponsorships, and even an art project with the students in the art department, which is still hanging, I believe, in CNRL's Jackfish Lodge. Anyway, sorry about the tears. This is just, I'm very honored. If I can provide one piece of advice to you guys, find a job you love. It'll never feel like you're working.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for keeping it real with the tears. The nurses started us off this morning with a whole bunch of tears flowing in the nurses' pinning ceremony. So for those of you that always get a little bit of flack for crying during ceremonies, today is your day. Let the tears roll, and we'll just know that they're tears of joy and that we can celebrate those. Tracy, your impact extends far beyond the scholarships and events, and through the relationships that you've built, the time you invested, and the countless ways that you supported Portage and our communities, you helped create opportunities and strengthen connections that will be felt for years, and we want to thank you for that. So I mentioned earlier that we had over 1,200 students that were convocating in the next 2 days. For those of you that like details, we actually had 1,243 students that could convocate this year. So not all of the students will cross the stage over yesterday and today, because many of those people are already out in the making a difference in the workplace in communities across Alberta and beyond. So to those joining us in person and celebrating virtually, we thank you for being part of this celebration. Convocates, as you cross the stage today, you're embarking on an exciting journey filled with opportunities, possibilities, and new adventures. As a student at Portage College, you know that we like a good survey. When you take those surveys and you fill them out, we find out really interesting facts. Things like 90% of last year's graduating class is already employed, and 92% of them are working in the fields and careers that were directly related to their Portage College training. We like surveys so much, we just don't limit them to the students. We ask our employers as well. And so we survey the employers and here's what we found out when we surveyed them. 90% of the employers reported that Portage graduates are equally or better prepared than graduates from other post-secondary institutions. And even more impressive, overall employer satisfaction with our graduates stands out at 100%. Employers consistently tell us how much they value the skills, the knowledge, the professionalism, and the work ethic that Portage graduates bring to their organizations. And many have shared without hesitation that they would absolutely hire another Portage College graduate. The remarkable feedback speaks volumes about the quality of education and the hands-on learning offered at Portage College. It's also a testament to the dedication of our faculty, staff, and most importantly, our students. As you move forward, your Portage College credentials will continue to serve you well, opening doors, creating opportunities, and providing a strong foundation for a rewarding and a successful future. Today marks the end of a journey, but the beginning of another. And as our graduates prepare to take their next steps, it is tradition to hear a few words of reflection and inspiration from one of their peers. So it's my pleasure to introduce this morning's student speaker, Janine Hebert. Janine is a graduate of the Social Work Diploma and has been selected to represent the class of 2026, sharing a few reflections of their journeys. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Janine.
I want to thank Tracy for breaking the ice, so then when I follow suit, no one's going to be surprised about it. My journey's been 4 years in the making. Okay. Good morning, graduates, family and friends, honored guests, and faculty. Today is a day of celebration. It is the cumulative effort of students, teachers, support staff, and those who supported us along the way. This message is to the faculty of Portage College. And if I cry while delivering this note of gratitude, absolutely no one who knows me, teachers included, will be surprised. To quote social activist Maggie Kuhn, speak your mind even if your voice shakes, and I intend to do so. Dear faculty, your students come to you from places that are far. As mothers, fathers, young, and in my case, not so young, we come to you as students going through separations, coming out of closets, divorces, grieving loved ones, also while being employed, moving, and getting married. During our time with you, life does not stop while we are pursuing our education. Through the nights of self-doubt, writing assignments, family situations, anxiety, and the occasional bouts of crying, your belief in us was never failing. My connection with the instructors is one of the main reasons why I have the honor of speaking on behalf of the 2026 graduating class. I came back to school as a 42-year-old stay-at-home mom, having graduated from high school in 1998, and yes, that was in the 1900s. I started my Portage College education in open studies with a lot of help from the Cold Lake student advisor, Alexandra Nixon. I guess you could say she believed in me before I did. To be admitted into the community social work program, one must carry a 60% in English language 30-1 or a 70 in English language 30-2. However, my mark in 1998 was a 67. I upgraded my English language 30-2, which was offered at Portage College, and did well. Life happens to each of us, and I was no different. During the fall semester, my family dealt with a mental health situation that left me feeling mentally exhausted and seriously considered withdrawing from school. However, my English instructor, Amanda Waldman, where are you? Amanda Waldman said to me, "You do not drop out with a 92. Today, I am glad I listened to you. There are many late night evening calls, emails, texts between instructors and their students. I cannot count how many times Lila Allen, Dr. Tracy Orr, Audrey Cochran, Susan McGowan, and Jana McKinley supported peers and myself through difficult conversations, usually revolving around assignments, and walk alongside us, all the while believing in our goals. At times, the faculty believed in us before we could ever. To those in attendance, be online or here in person, we stand here today because the faculty stood behind us. If you are thinking it is too late to go to school, please remember these words. The gifts that you have deserve to be shared within your communities. Portage College faculty will help you get there. Thank you once again to the faculty for supporting us. As we move on in life, we carry a piece of you with us. Thank you for today and the ones to come. Thank you.
I'd now thank you, Janine, for representing your fellow graduates, and there's nothing wrong with crying. You're just keeping it real. Your journey is a testament to the courage it takes to return to school and the difference that caring educators can make along the way. On behalf of the college, thank you for reminding us of the profound impact that our faculty have on the lives of students. I'd now like to invite Dr. Gail Heyer to the stage to offer a response on behalf of faculty. Dr. Heyer is an instructor, faculty learning facilitator, and chair of the Faculty Association and she is based out of our Cold Lake campus. She has dedicated her career to supporting student success and fostering excellence in teaching and learning. Come on up.
While Convocation is a celebratory time, you might have these unbelievable feelings of joy and perhaps a sense of magic. The day has finally arrived and the parchment has finally been unshaved. And on the first day of classes, so long, long ago, but yet only a breath away, this moment in time where you sit now with your cap and your gown may have appeared to be a faraway dream at the end of an impossible journey. You might also be feeling, now what? And although you have completed this step, we, the faculty, Hope that you will continue towards new experiences, new knowledge, and new achievements. Convocates, the statistics were against you. Our province is still ranked the lowest compared to others for students to access post-secondary opportunities, and you have proven yourself to be someone who can overcome those odds. And some of you even faced greater odds against you. You might have had to upgrade your marks, or gained prerequisites, or obtained your diploma in a language that is not your first language. And you've finally reached this special moment at a small but impactful community college in rural Alberta, where post-secondary access is so important to the lifebloods of our communities. And as you go forth, I hope your journey has inspired you to become courageous and stand for what you believe in. You believed in the importance of your educational path. You believed in the value of rural post-secondary education, and after all, you believed enough in yourself to be situated at this moment, at this time. Believing in yourself is perhaps one of the greatest convictions you could ever have. Nelson Mandela described education as a powerful weapon with which to change the world. And a well-known proverb states that education is a gift which no one can take away. But let us suggest that education is neither a weapon nor a gift, but rather a seed that you have discovered and nurtured, a seed that you have invited your faculty and college to help you develop and grow. And as you move forward into your future of tomorrow, we ask that you continue to nurture your education, your knowledge, and your future understanding. And in a world, and perhaps a province, that can sometimes appear increasingly divisive, I share the words of the late Stuart McLean, a masterful Canadian storyteller. And he stated, "The world is a good place, it's full of good people. And when we act out of that, when we act out of hope and optimism and faith in our fellow human, and we act out of our best selves, and we are capable of doing great things and of contributing to the greater good." Hope and optimism are not synonymous with naivete. We should be looking into the future with flinty and steely eyes for sure, but they should be wide open with hope and not squinting in fear. And thus, I encourage all of us to work together rather than against each other in politics and in policy, in work and in play, in our professional and our personal lives. You and I can nurture the seeds of the community, large or small, and stop spreading the fires of division. And in doing so, we will achieve the better future that we all look towards. On behalf of the faculty at Portage College, congratulations to you, the Convocates of 2026.
Thank you, Gail. On behalf of Portage College, thank you to the dedication and the commitment you show, that you and the faculty show to our students each day. Your guidance, your encouragement, and your expertise play a vital role in their success. We're proud of the way that you represent Portage College and grateful for the positive impact that you have on our learners and our communities and their futures. And now we've arrived at one of the most anticipated moments of today's ceremony, the moment our graduates have been waiting for, the turning of the tassels and the presentation of the honorary scrolls. As we prepare to honor our convocates, I'd like to acknowledge our convocation marshals, Ms. Heather Lett and Mr. Manuel McBrawn. They will begin leading students to the stage where our name announcer extraordinaire, Mr. David Paul, I just made him a doctor, he doesn't know that yet, will have the pleasure of announcing each student's name as they cross the stage. As you look toward our platform guests and our faculty today, you might notice a variety of gowns and caps they are wearing and wonder about their significance. Each element of academic regalia holds meanings. The colors, the styles reflect not only the wearer's academic achievements, but also the institutions where they earned their credentials. Some are proudly wearing the colors of their alma mater, while others display the distinctive purple of Portage College. These academic gowns represent years of dedication, scholarship, and personal growth. As we take in this tradition, let us also take a moment to recognize and honor the academic journeys of everyone here today. Scholarships and awards play a vital role in supporting students' success at Portage College. This academic year alone, students received over $759,000 in awards. An incredible achievement. This incredible achievement has helped ease financial burdens and recognize hard work and dedication. Much of this would not be possible without the generous support of our donors and our sponsors. Their continued commitment makes a meaningful difference in the lives of our students, and we are very grateful for the investment in the future of our learners. This year, 663 awards made that important difference in the lives of 384 Portage College students. Please join me in giving a round of applause and thanking all of those who donate to the scholarship program. And now I have the pleasure of recognizing a very prestigious national award that goes to only one student across the college, at the college each year. The Governor General's Collegiate Bronze Medal is one of the highest honors a student at a Canadian institution can receive, and it's awarded to the one student who had the very highest mark across the college. This year's bronze medal recipient at Portage College is Emily Lee, a student in our Environmental Technologist Diploma program. I'd like to invite Emily to center stage where Dr. Price will present her with her medal. Congratulations to Emily and to her instructors on this prestigious award. There are two other notable awards that you'll be hearing announced along with the students' names this morning. The first is Student of the Year, and this is selected by the program coordinators. The award recognizes students who've consistently demonstrated initiative and leadership in their program. The second is the Dean's Scholarship and Academic Achievement Award, and it's presented to students who have the highest mark in their program of study. Both of these awards are handed out by campus location, so you'll be hearing the top marks from across each college class. As we begin the turning of the tassel, part of the ceremony, each graduate, as I mentioned, will be called out by David Paul and invited across the stage. The graduates will receive an honorary scroll from the dean of their program, and this scroll is presented today in recognition of the achievement, and the official parchment will be coming in the weeks to come. But before we begin, I'd like to recognize the outstanding faculty members who have helped shape our graduates and help them reach this milestone. Led by our deans, Portage College faculty bring a wealth of academic credentials, industry experience, and real-world experience to the classroom. But more importantly, they bring encouragement, guidance, and an unwavering commitment to student success, as we heard by Janine's speech this morning. They place, every day, they place the learners at the heart of everything they do. Please join me in thanking our faculty for their dedication and support. The dedication of our employees is evident not only in their work, but in their confidence that they place in Portage College. Many have chosen, and many of us here on the stage have chosen Portage for their own children's educational journey. And today, as those graduates receive their credentials, we celebrate both their achievements and the family spirit that defines our college communities. Our babies have grown up. As graduates cross the stage, our Acting Vice President, Academic and Research, Donald Moore, will have the honor of turning each graduate's tassel. And you might be wondering, I've mentioned turning the tassel a few times, but what does that actually mean? This is one of the most symbolic moments of today's ceremony. And up until this moment, the tassel's been worn on the right side of the cap. It's a long-standing tradition in academic ceremonies symbolizing this status as a student. When Dawn moves the tassel to the left, it marks your official transition from student to graduate. So now, graduates, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you're feeling a little nervous about stopping in front of Dawn, don't worry, so is he. This is Dawn's first convocation as our official tassel turner, and he's been carefully rehearsing for this moment. He's determined to perfect his tassel turning technique so that no graduates are startled as his hand suddenly appears in front of their faces. His goal is to move every tassel without scaring a single student, and I'm pleased to report that both Dawn and the tassels are ready for the occasion. So as your tassel is turned, take a moment to reflect on the journey that brought you here and the accomplishments that have led to this milestone. As you cross the stage, you'll have about 5 to 8 seconds. You'll be congratulated by our platform guests and enjoy the moment. That's your moment to shine and reflect on your journey. Your faculty, as you step off the stage, your faculty will be there to celebrate your success and your achievement before destiny guides you to our photo station, where a complimentary graduation photo will be taken as a keepsake of this special day. As I mentioned, this is your moment. Enjoy your few seconds on the stage, celebrate it, and be proud of all you have accomplished. Before we continue, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our graduates that are joining us online today. Although you may not be here in person, you're very much part of our celebration. Graduates joining us virtually, please take this moment to move your tassel from the right side to the left, marking your official transition from student to graduate. This is your moment too, and we celebrate your hard work, perseverance, and accomplishments, and we are proud to welcome you into the Portage College alumni family. Congratulations on reaching this important milestone. David, are you ready? I'll turn things over to you to continue with our celebration and the recognition of our graduates.
Thank you very much, Carrie. Just before beginning, I actually can let everyone know there's actually a couple of games we're going to play right now. One is, fingers crossed, I will pronounce your loved one's name properly when they cross the stage. And the other one is we're going to play a little game of musical deans. We have several deans here representing different programs, so we're going to try to have all of the programs per dean represented as we go. So we're going to be beginning with all the programs under the supervision of Stephanie Solars, our Dean of Foundational Learning, Arts, University Studies, and I think just about everything else. So it's my pleasure to begin by introducing the distinguished members of the class of 2026, beginning with Sujal Kumar, Administrative Professional Diploma. Gaganpreet Singh, Administrative Professional Diploma, Dean's Scholarship and Academic Achievement Award. Charanveer Singh, Administrative Professional Diploma. Kushwant Singh, Administrative Professional Diploma. Pankaj Sharma, Administrative Professional Diploma. Anmolpreet Kaur, Administrative Professional Diploma. Arpinder Kaur, Administrative Professional Diploma. Harleen Kaur, Administrative Professional Diploma. Priyanka Rani, Administrative Professional Diploma. Jasleen Kaur, Administrative Professional Diploma. Maggie Cardinal, Career Exploration and Job Readiness. Carrie Littlechild, Career Exploration and Job Readiness. Kelly McGilvery, Career Exploration and Job Readiness. Lavina Muswa, Career Exploration and Job Readiness. Alicia Whiskey Jack Shirt, Career Exploration and Job Readiness. Ashlyn Large, Career Pathways. Melody Favel, Career Pathways. Tyler Gott, Career Pathways. Dylan Muswa, Career Pathways. Georgia Cardinal, Career Pathways, Student of the Year Award. Howard Hunter, Career Pathways. Michael Bright Eyes, Career Pathways. Tristan Delver, Career Pathways. Nathan Quinn, Career Pathways. Chrissy Muswa, Career Pathways. Paisley Hunter, Career Pathways. Jace Halverston Whiskey Jack, Career Pathways. Penny Thompson, Career Pathways. Savannah Quinney, Career Pathways. Clarice Brereton, Career Pathways. Jade McGilvery, Career Pathways. Ryan Jackson, Career Pathways. Laramie Cardinal, College Preparation. Darius Johnson, College Preparation. Larissa Woodward, College Preparation. Havana Aluk, College Preparation. Keith Faithful, College Preparation. Jade McMillan, College Preparation. Jared Banch, Computer Programming and Information Technology Diploma, Student of the Year Award. Devin Kane, Computer Programming and Information Technology Diploma, Dean Scholarship and Academic Achievement Award. Natalie Ward, Fine Arts Certificate, Dean Scholarship and Academic Achievement Award. Cassandra Jobin, Indigenous Arts Certificate. Megan Boostrom, Indigenous Arts Certificate. Meadow Makokis, Indigenous Arts Diploma. Jordan Rayberg, Office Administration. Courtney Cassaway, Office Administration. Cameron Hardy, Office Administration. Rebecca Hatch, Office Administration. Janelle Koken, Office Administration. Jennifer White, Office Administration. Gurpreet Singh Shergill, University Studies Diploma. We're now into the next phase of musical deans. My pleasure to introduce Shun Lee, the Dean of Health and Human Services. Ashley Howdle, Community Social Work. Ashlyn Targus, Community Social Work, Dean Scholarship and Academic Achievement Award. Jocelyn Olson, Community Social Work. Kira Daniels, Community Social Work. Avery Daniels, Community Social Work. Julie Mountain, Community Social Work. Janine Hebert, Community Social Work, Student of the Year Award. Kimberly Spence, Community Social Work. Haley Mallow, Community Social Work. Mira Gladue Cardinal, Community Social Work. Paris Callio, Community Social Work. Renee Desjardins, Community Social Work. Sakira Pasquayak, Community Social Work. Amritpal Kaur, Community Social Work. Surkab Singh, Community Social Work. Jolene Marcellus, Community Social Work. Reese Richards, Community Social Work. Tanya Mustas, Community Social Work. Amanda Chiku, Community Social Work, Student of the Year Award. Kayesha Stanley, Community Social Work. Kendra Saddleback Quinney, Community Social Work. Fallon Howe, Community Social Work. Alyssa Franklin, Community Social Work. Phoenix Jackknife, Community Social Work. Just before we announce the next graduate, just had the first baby this morning. Congratulations. It's Dominic Douglas, Community Social Work. Jennifer Eberamu, Community Social Work. Tanvir Singh, Community Social Work. Manmeet Singh, Community Social Work. And we now have the next contestant for Musical Deans. Pleasure to introduce John Mello, Dean of Trades and Technology. Trinity Cunningham, Culinary Arts Diploma. Remus Steinauer, Culinary Arts Diploma, Student of the Year Award. Autumn, excuse me, Autumn Yashishin, Culinary Arts Diploma. Mackenzie Chamsyuk, Hairstyling Certificate. Justina Tucker, Hairstyling Certificate. Haley Scogan, Hairstyling Certificate. Oriana Mitchell, Hairstyling Certificate. Dean's Scholarship and Academic Achievement Award, Student of the Year Award. Danielle Steinhauer, Hairstyling Certificate. Parker Ganter, Apprenticeship Welding, Period 3. Caleb Menard, Pre-Employment Welding. Caitlin Bone, Pre-Apprenticeship Welding. Eileen Crooker, Pre-Apprenticeship Welding. Harvey Valente, Power Engineering, 4th class. Callum McKinley, Power Engineering, 4th class. Eric Andrzejowski, Power Engineering, 4th class. Braden Cloutier, Power Engineering, 4th class. Vishawn LaLiberty, Power Engineering, 4th class. And now we have our final contestant. In the musical deans, my pleasure to introduce Robin Tizard, who's been dean of just about everything at this college the last many years. We owe her many debts of gratitude. Thank you, Robin. Derek Julin, Environmental Technologist Diploma. Emily Lee, Environmental Technologist Diploma. Governor General's Collegiate Bronze Medal, Dean's Scholarship and Academic Achievement Award, Student of the Year Award. Ash Hennefant, Environmental Technologist Diploma. Logan Fabro, Environmental Technologist Diploma. Tanner Davidson Sykes, Environmental Technologist Diploma. Milo Burton, Environmental Technologist Diploma. Evan Monias, Environmental Technologist Diploma. Mom might want to get ready for this one. Brendan Quintal, Environmental Technologist Diploma. And last but certainly not least, Brennan Rosachuk, Environmental Technologist Diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026. And it's now my pleasure to turn the proceedings back over to our amazing MC, Carrie Froller. Thank you, Carrie.
Thanks, David. So, how did Don do? Did he turn the tassels okay and everybody's officially graduated? We'll give him a big thumbs up. It certainly has been my pleasure sharing this convocation experience with you as MC, and I just have a few things to tell you about. We've got lunch available from 11:30 till 2:30 in the grill for purchase. At 12:30, we'll be recognizing our Indigenous students through an honor ceremonies, and they'll be presented with either an eagle feather or a Métis sash. So if you'd like to join us there, please do. Following the ceremony, we also have room 230 upstairs, and that's set up with photo backdrops so that if you want to take pictures with your family and friends and your fellow graduates, that room's available for you. We also have our alumni booth upstairs that's serving lemonade and gives you an opportunity to learn more about our growing alumni community, the benefits and the perks that are available, and helps you stay connected with Portage College long after graduation. We'd really love to stay connected with you as you begin this exciting new chapter, and trust us, we can't wait to start bragging about you and all the amazing things that you're going to accomplish. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to all the Portage College employees who have worked tirelessly today to plan and organize the many ceremonies that we have taking place. I have to say I am biased, but I believe that we have an outstanding team at Portage College, individuals who consistently go above and beyond to ensure our students are supported and receive the exceptional learning experience that they deserve. Our employees do extraordinary things every day, and we're so grateful for their dedication and their passion. To the family members and the friends that are here today, thank you for being part of this celebration. Your support, your encouragement has played a very important role in making this success possible. Convocates, let's take a moment to show our appreciation to those who have stood by you, your family, and your friends. We also extend a heartfelt thanks and congratulations to all of those joining us virtually. We're so glad that you could be part of our special day. And most importantly, to our convocates, please know how incredibly proud we are of you. Your dedication, your resilience, and your commitment to reaching your goals have brought you to this moment. You inspire us. In a moment, the drummers and the singers will lead the convocates from the gym, followed by our faculty and our platform guests. Convocates, as you leave the gym, please follow the marshals to the college's main entrance, and if it's not raining, your cap toss will be outside. If it's raining, it'll be in the main stairwell. For the rest of us, we kindly ask that you remain seated and respect the ceremony until the processional has fully exited. Convocates, could you please rise and be recognized one more time? Ladies and gentlemen, the Portage College class of 2026.